What's happening, guys? Welcome to RGH Tech TV. This is me A2 and I've been using this device for more than 72 hours now. And today in this video, let me point out 10 very important things which will include pros and cons. And I'll actually try and cover each and everything, guys, be it performance, battery life, cameras, and even minute things like call quality, navigation, etc. So make sure to watch this video till then and also make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And also, guys, complete list of specification and buying links are given in the description box below. Kindly check them out as well. Alright, guys, now firstly let's speak about the fingerprint sensor performance. Now as you can see, it's pretty fast and accurate. It's not as slow as Mi A1, or at the same time it's not as fast as Honor devices, or for that matter Redmi Note 5 Pro. I feel Redmi Note 5 Pro to be slightly faster than this Mi A2. Next, guys, this also has face unlock. Let me quickly show you. So as you can see, it's decently fast. No issues on that front, but there are two important issues, guys, which I want to point out. Now this uses the stock face unlock which is present under the smart lock under security settings. Now the issue which I want to point out is it's not that secure, guys. It unlocks the phone even if you close your eyes, which is definitely not acceptable. This should be fixed as soon as possible. And the second thing, guys, this has that two-step process. So as you can see, you need to, it unlocks but stays on the lock screen. You need to swipe the screen to get to home screen. This is not a bad option, but Xiaomi should give the control and choice to user on whether he wants to stay on the lock screen or whether he wants to go to home screen directly, like Oppo Realme 1. Oppo Realme 1 had very good face unlock, guys. It was pretty secure, fast, and it was also pretty convenient. So I believe Xiaomi also should work on face unlock, on the two issues which I pointed out, and push the update as soon as possible so that the things are fixed. Next, guys, speaking about the battery life, which is very important. So I was in Hyderabad for like 2 days. I unboxed the phone and then that night I left to Hyderabad. Now the thing is, guys, I got like 3+ hours to 4+ hours of screen on time, which is definitely not good, because I've seen phones with 3000 mAh capacity doing better, giving around 6+ hours of screen on time. So the battery is actually not optimized, and I believe they should work on this as well. And I've noticed that while using Google Maps for navigation and while making video calls, the battery drains like crazy, especially in video calling, guys. I believe that thing should be improved. And regarding ideal drain, it stays between 3 to 5%, which I believe is decent. But even if it's reduced to 1 or 2%, that would be great. And regarding charging times, guys, this actually comes with this 2 amp charger. 5V 2 amp charger, and it for this 3000 mAh battery, it should take around 1 hour 40 minutes to 1 hour 50 minutes to completely charge this device. Now quickly, if you want to charge it in half an hour, then it will be around like 40 to 42% of charge in half an hour. This phone supports quick charge, Qualcomm's quick charge 4.0. so I have the fast charger. I haven't tested it yet. I'll test it and I'll definitely let you know on how quick it charges, through a separate video, or I'll try to include this thing in the full review itself. Next, speaking about navigation, I absolutely had no issues using Google Maps. It had pinpoint accuracy, and I was around Abbots and Himayat Nagar area. So even if there were sharp curves or sharp turns, I had no issues navigating through Google Maps. It was pretty good. Next, the display, guys, it's pretty legible. Even at 70% brightness, the display was pretty visible in the outdoors under the sun. It can get pretty bright, and also it has pretty good viewing angles. So as you can see, that should definitely help viewing content under the sun. Alright, guys, now speaking about design and build, it has that metal unibody construction. That is, it's completely made up of metal. There are no plastic edges whatsoever. It definitely looks and feels good. It's pretty slim and slick, as you can see. But what they have done is to, in the quest of making this slimmer, they have reduced the battery capacity, which I did not like. They've removed the headphone jack, which is inconvenient. And you have huge camera bump, guys, as you can see. So when you place the device on the surface, the first thing which comes into contact is the camera lens, and it becomes necessary for us to add a perfect case or back cover. I'll definitely suggest one, guys. I'll leave the links in the description box below, or if possible, I'll try and make a different video. And with that, I'll also try and suggest you a perfect tempered glass as well. So I wouldn't mind having a thicker phone if it has bigger battery and if it includes 3.5mm headphone jack. Alright, guys, now looking at the rear camera samples, conditions were slightly overcast, but even then focusing was fast and accurate, and because of that 1.75 aperture lens, bokeh effect was crisp, and also images came out to be bright. Images were sharp and details were amazing, as you can see. As you can notice, the droplets were clearly visible. Macro shots also came out to be quite good. without overexposing. HDR pictures were also decent, highlighting shadows and details. Portrait mode on Mi A2, like Mi A1 and Redmi Note 5 Pro, had very good edge detection with clear-cut demarcation from background. Next, front-facing camera also did a good job. Images were bright and had good field of coverage. Again guys, portrait mode even on front-facing camera has very good edge detection. Alright guys, now speaking about the performance, as it runs on stock Android, day-to-day UI experience should be top-notch. You can expect faster updates and regular security patches as it's an Android One device. Now it has 4 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 660 processor, which by the way is a 14nm processor coupled with Adreno 512 GPU. Now I played Modern Combat 5, which is almost 1 GB game. There were no frame drops which I noticed. Graphics and all the effects got rendered properly, and by and large the gameplay was very smooth. You can definitely feel the improvement in the performance when compared to Snapdragon 625 or Snapdragon 636, Kirin 659 and Helio P60 processors. Next, speaking about the call quality guys, output through earpiece was pretty fine. It was pretty loud and clear. I had no issues on that front, and I've actually used Airtel and Jio. I felt Jio was slightly better in Hyderabad, but in my hometown in Karnataka I feel Airtel and Jio are doing good. Both are doing good, so we just cannot generalize that thing. Network reception depends from area to area. One thing which I did not like while making calls was proximity sensor performance. It does not immediately turn off the display when you place it against your ear. It does have that half a second of delay, and I believe this should be improved guys. And even light sensor performance is not that good. Ambient light sensor, I've actually disabled that. The transition from dim to bright or bright to dim, it happens very quickly, and it feels it doesn't feel that smooth. The transition doesn't feel that smooth, so I've actually disabled that, and I tend to generally manually adjust that thing. So guys, proximity sensor and light sensor I believe should be improved. And one more thing which I've noticed, as mentioned earlier, while making video calls, is the device tends to get hot around this area. Next guys, this device has notification LED light, but it's single colored. It's good that it has, but it's single colored. I don't know why Xiaomi is doing that. They have done with Redmi Note 5 Pro as well. Earlier, with their 5000 devices or 7000 devices, they used to include multicolored notification LED light, but now even in their high-end phones they go with the single colored notification LED light, which definitely is not that convenient, and if hardware supports, I would definitely suggest them to add that feature. Next thing, it's regarding 3.5mm headphone jack guys. This device does not have one, and as I was traveling, I had added new songs, sorted out the playlist, and I was pretty excited to check the sound quality. But one mistake which I did was I didn't take this adapter with me because I'm not used to carrying this that often. So for the first time I missed the 3.5mm headphone jack. But anyways, after coming back I checked the quality. It's pretty good guys. It's pretty loud and clear, and voice clarity is good. It also has decently good bass. Now the thing is guys, I'll get a clear idea when I compare the sound quality with Asus Max Pro M1 and Redmi Note 5 Pro side by side, because I consider these to be better around 15K or so. And same thing goes with the speaker quality as well guys. It's pretty loud and clear, and also has decently good bass. Now finally, speaking about the micro SD card support guys, I generally used to complain Xiaomi for including hybrid SIM tray, but the thing is, you actually had an option to add the micro SD card in that hybrid SIM tray. Here what they have done is they have completely removed the option. All you can do is you can add 2 SIM cards, that's it. Personally speaking, I didn't face any issues because I generally carry media around 17 to 18 GB. So probably 32 GB would have been inadequate for me, but 64 GB for me I believe is sufficient guys. But as it's a subjective thing, and usage cannot be generalized, it depends from person to person, changes from person to person, so I felt it necessary to be included. So this was my first impression after using it for 72 hours guys. If you feel this video was informative, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, follow us on Twitter at RGHTechTV, subscribe to us on YouTube. Most importantly, thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon.